Hale & Taylor pioneering performance stage here at the Shell booth, which is phenomenal. And there's a lot of great cars all around. John Hennessy's Venom GT, his Velociraptor, a beautiful airlift drift Hellcat back in the background. But sitting right next to me is a good-looking man named Matt Hagan, NHRA Funny Car racer, Don Schumacher Racing, 10,000 horsepower. That's just barely enough to control you, you wild man. How you doing?
Good stuff. Yeah, good to be here, man. You know, it's SEMA, it's Vegas, it's a good time, you know.
What is that?
That's one of the championship rings there. It's one I won last year, and you know, I've been able to win two, 1 in 11, 1 in 14, and this year I think we're going to come up just a little bit short, but we you know, we led the points all year long.
10,000 horsepower. It's so easy
crazy,
to just
man.
say this stuff, but I mean, it's like, my God, what you guys do is beyond even really comprehension to the average person. 10,000 horsepower.
Yeah, 10,000 horsepower. It's around 80,000 foot-pounds of torque. You know, so.
Hold on, say that again. 80,000 foot-pounds of torque.
Yeah.
Now, what does that do to your brain and your eyeballs and all your other organs and bits and pieces, right?
Well, I look really young for a little while, and then I look really old when I put the parachutes out, you know? So, almost -7 Gs when we put the parachutes out. So, and it's not that you're doing it in over 300 miles an hour. Like 300 miles an hour, that's fast. There's no way around it. But that you do it in 1,000 feet in under 4 seconds, that's what really kind of blows your mind.
Yeah. Is there any ill effect on you? Do you have to go and sit down afterwards and smoke a cigarette or whatever you do? I
mean,
don't know.
John Force is still alive, man. You know what I mean? Like he's 100 years old.
Did you say he's still alive? But he may be alive, but he's a little strange, right? I mean,
well, maybe,
that can't be normal.
Right? Maybe he got his brain shook up a little bit, but no,
he's
a
John
good
Force.
dude, man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
You know what? And I've talked to John a number of times over the years, and his biggest worry, I think I was talking one time, was his eyes and his vision. Do you ever worry about that? Because I mean that
yeah,
force.
I mean some guys I guess sometimes have some issues with their retinas, you know, and stuff like that. You got to worry about them detaching.
Retina.
Yeah, stuff like that. But I mean honestly, you know, I closed my eyes the whole run, so I, you know.
He said he closed his eyes the whole run. So, what about? Do you have any routine? Like, look, I used to play water polo. I know I look like a manatee now, but when I was younger, it's like you got to go to the bathroom before you go and do an event or whatever. Is there any like something you got to do before you get in that car?
Absolutely, man. I mean, like I think most racers are somewhat superstitious in some way, shape, or form. You know, I mean, I always like get dressed the same. You know, put the left boot on first, and then
listen up, keep going. He gets dressed the same way. Put the left boot on first.
Yeah.
Is it just pure superstition?
Well, it's routine too. I mean, it's also knowing like you've done it and you got all your gear on, and you know you walk around the car and you grab the parachutes to make sure they're all on.
It's like a checkoff list.
Yeah, pretty much. And you just kind of do it the same every time. And then you know if like you were to do it a little different or something like that, it would kind of feel weird, you know. So definitely have some routines and some stuff that you think about before you crawl in a race car like that.
All I worry about for my job is this right here. Chapstick. Make sure
my lips,
get my tonsils.
That's it. Yeah, you can.
There, I got no more. Lips, don't need to, because they get all chapped, you know. I swear, you know what you guys go through is very admirable. It's so dangerous. You're putting your life on the line every single time you do that.
Well, I never really thought about it like that, but no.
Oh, well, you better get Larry. Larry, come over and talk to him, will you, please?
No, it's honestly, yeah. I mean, but everything in life is dangerous, and you know, I think respect and trust is earned, and you know, my guys have earned my respect and my trust. They do a really good job putting the car together. I wear a lot of safety gear. I mean, with all the gear I got to put on is over 57 pounds. You know, of stuff. You know, well, a lot of that's because of the fire. I mean, in a funny car, you sit, you know, behind the motor, so when it explodes, which it's going to eventually, that you just push the parts and pieces so hard that you know you have some pretty nasty explosions sometimes. But a lot of our gear that we wear is just more fire protection and stuff like that. Yeah. So. And I know my guys are putting it together right every time, you know what I mean? I don't have to worry about whether, you know, it's going to do something crazy because one of my guys missed something. So we're all human, and things happen, man. And, you know, but why would you not want to crawl in a car like that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, I want to crawl in it, but I want to get out of it before anybody starts it.
That's it.
That's just so I've been around those things when they start up, and they scare the living hell out of me, and that's the excitement of it.
Well, I mean, I was scared the first time I ever stood on the pedal. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was breathing so hard that I fogged up my visor, and I'm like, I can't see, and I can't stand on the pedal. And everybody was coming over the radio, and they were like, go. I'm like, I can't see. But, yeah, so, I mean, obviously everything, you know, once you get over that fear of the unknown and you do it a time or two, it's like, okay, I got this, you know. But it is just extremely fast. I mean, your mind to have to process that type of G-force and speed, and to get acclimated to that you know, all that horsepower it takes a little while. It takes some laps.
Talk about your car just a little bit before we go.
Yeah, so basically very, very honored and proud to be able to run the Pennzoil Fuel Funny Car this year. It's been a long time since they've been back in drag racing, man, you know, with Eddie Hill and stuff like that. So to have them back out here in NHRA, just have such a great brand and a great sponsor to be able to work with. And also a lot of our other sponsors, you know, love Pennzoil too, because there's a lot of B2B business there, you know. So it all works out. It's really a nice niche for them to be back here in the sport. And what was really cool was when they came out to Dallas, you know, it's one of those deals where a lot of those people didn't really know what to expect. You know, they had never really been around drag racing, and the fan interaction and just all the like, I guess, kind of the vibrations and just the loudness that you get from the cars and just that whole experience. Everybody was like, man, this is crazy. It's awesome. So it was a great experience for them, and they were like, hey, let's do more, you know. So it's been a great relationship so far, and really looking to grow the brand in the future and have some fun with them and hopefully win a few races along the way.
Well, best of luck to you. You're wearing a big, beautiful ring right there. Congratulations, 2011, 2014 champion. Matt Hagan, he races for Don Schumacher Racing, and dude, I can't say I envy you, but by looking at that ring, I'm feeling a little envious right now. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you having me.
Hey, you guys, Matt Hagan's going to be signing autographs right over here. Give it up for Matt Hagan,
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Thank you very much. We'll be right back.